This is a little game I made. I call it Guess Your Gun, or How Well Do You Know Destiny 2. I'm gonna guide you through some pictures that I made. Some of them are Photoshop, some of them are not. It's pictures of exotic weapons and armor. And you, an epic gamer, are gonna have to spot whether they're completely real and untouched, or if they're photoshopped in some way. There is no point system or anything like that. You just need to guess whether it's right or wrong. Feel free to introduce yourself.
I am Aku. I'm a Destiny player. I play this game pretty often, except for this season because it sucked. I also enjoy farming certain things and speedrunning.
How would you rate your knowledge on the little details on the game, such as like exotic little weapons and armor's intricacies, like from 1 to 10?
I play with a lot of people who farm with, or at least test a lot of weird things with other random exotics or weapons, so I feel like my knowledge would be decent depending on what the weapon is. If it's something like, I don't know, Salvation's Grip, I'm probably not gonna get it.
Pretty much anything in the picture can be changed. Their name, their flavor text, their description, the perk name, the perk description, the intrinsic traits, the general mags and barrels. That not too much, I don't want to be too harsh. Except the stats, because literally no one remembers the specific stats of a weapon, like stability and such, and even some visual changes over some weapons and armor possibly, but visual enough to be spotted. Alright, I'll send the first picture to your DMs. What do you think?
Well, this image could be really old, because this weapon, Izanagi, does not have Outlaw anymore. It has no distractions. So I'm gonna say that this one's fake because it doesn't have Outlaw anymore. Because I'm gonna say that you took all these pictures recently.
You would be correct. All of those screenshots are fairly new, and I took them myself. So you're correct. It does indeed have no distractions. There's just one tiny thing that I also changed. It's Izanagi's burden, not Izanagi burden. So there are two things wrong with it, but correct. Good job on the first one. Yes. That's a very known exotic. That's a very popular exotic. It's pretty easy to spot, and you would know about Outlaw if you're pretty old. All right, let's try this one. Oh, we're going with exotic snipers for now, I guess. It's just once again.
Okay.
Randomness. How about this one?
This one's hard because I literally have never used Cloudstrike more than once. If it's the flavor text, I'm not gonna get it whatsoever.
This one's a bit more tricky.
Is that intrinsic trait icon its actual fucking intrinsic trait icon? It doesn't look like it. I should know this because I've seen it. I've seen it multiple times. I play enough trials to know that Cloudstrike has a specific look.
Is there anything you would consider to be off about this one?
The thing I'm looking at right now is the intrinsic perk icon. That's kind of fucking with me. But that could be what it actually looks like. It looks legit. I'm gonna say that that's default.
Is that your final answer, that this is real?
Yes, that's real.
Alright, this one was a little bit pittier, but this one is a little bit of a stinker, I should say.
I just realized, is the fucking season it from wrong or something like that?
The expansion symbol was incorrect because it was a little bit of a haha gotcha moment because both of the symbols were the fallen house symbols.
That was a hard one.
Alright, let's move over to the next one. Let's see how well you are at underrated or underused exotics.
Sanguine Alchemy. Okay, I have a little bit of history of Sanguine Alchemy from things that aren't in the game anymore, called Thrallway. But, right. That perk looks like the Vesper perk, but I don't know if I'm right or not. Yeah, no, that's the Vesper perk. That's not Sanguine Alchemy, because Sanguine Alchemy looked like a flower. So it's fake. Yeah, the intrinsic icon is the Vesper Radius perk.
You are correct. And I'll add a bit to that one. I like it quite a lot because not only that, actually the flavor text, the symbol, and the name of the perk are all from Vesper Radius.
Yeah, Planetary Taunt. I don't know how I got that. I've never used Vesper Radius before.
Alright, this one is one of my personal favorites.
Okay, Foe Tracer. Well, the season it's from is correct, because it was a year 1 launch exotic. So I don't know flavor texts on exotics, as I've already said. So it could be ICU, because it's easy to walls. I don't know if its perk is called Upgraded Sensor Pack, but I don't play enough Hunter to know. I'm going to presume that it is. No. It wouldn't be called upgraded sensor pack, because that was fucking... Isn't that Graviton? I swear that's Graviton forfeit. No, it's not. That wouldn't even be Graviton. There's something else. It's fucking Knucklehead. Yeah, it's Knucklehead Radar, because that's the one where it's Knucklehead Radar, where you aim down sights and you have your radar.
That's correct. The perk name and the description are from Knucklehead Radar. I completely swapped them.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job on that one. What about this one? Once again, going with a little bit more of an underrated exotics.
Oh boy. Khepri's Horn, I think for season's right, because it wasn't a launch exotic, it came with Curse of Osiris. The perk name is right, it does unleash a barricade thing. Is it called Solar Rampart? I think it is called Solar Rampart. It is, and the icon looks correct. It was from Curse of Osiris, so I'm going to say that one is completely clean.
You're correct, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that image. I wanted you to kind of paranoid a little bit, try to find something, because with those underrated exotics, once you try to look for like mistakes and photoshops and such, it's like you're starting to look for every single detail you can. How do you feel about this so far?
It's tough. Some of these are really tough, especially if you don't know most of the exotics in the game. I've been lucky with Foe Tracer because I know what Knucklehead Radar was in Sanguine Alchemy, but Cloudstrike was really hard.
Talking about underrated and unknown exotics.
Oh no.
How about this one? Do you feel like there's anything wrong with the following image?
What do you mean underrated? What the fuck? Okay, well, the splash icon's right. That's not the Wolfpack Rounds icon, is it? No, there's no fucking way. I'm thinking, there's no way that's the Wolfpack Rounds icon.
Do you think there's something wrong with the icon?
No, because
No.
No. I'm trying to think because that looks really close to Volpal, but that might be it, and I'm thinking of something else. It looks normal. The flavor text is right. I know Gjallarhorn's flavor text, and I know that because I played fucking Destiny. Yeah, I think that's just normal. Yeah, that's not changed. That's just stock Gjallarhorn.
How embarrassed would you feel if I told you that it's actually photoshopped?
You know what? I'm crying. What is it different about it? Is it the flavor text?
No, I got some chills. I was like, there is no way you got this when you talked about the icon of the perk, but it's the other one.
It's pack hunter. You've removed a head.
I removed one of the wolves, yeah.
You've removed one of the wolves from Pack Hunter. Oh my god. That's a really hard one. Holy shit. If you don't fucking inspect the Gjallarhorn every day, you're not gonna get that one.
How about this one? This one might be a tough one because I don't know.
Devil's Dream.
Yeah.
I used it for a little while myself because it's a really good PvP sidearm. I still don't know the flavor text. So flavor text is different. I'm fucked. Was its perk called Close the Gap? I think it was called Close the Gap. From what I'm looking at, it seems to be it's missing something actually. It shouldn't the perk in game, like in the intrinsic trait area, shouldn't it underneath say strong against unstoppable champions or something?
You're actually completely correct. Yes, it does have an anti-unstoppable intrinsic. As the laser, specifically the laser. Very good job on that.
Yeah, the laser can stop champions.
Yeah, not a lot of people even remember that part, yeah. What about... Oh, this one...
Vigilance Wing, okay. The perks look correct. I'm pretty sure its perks is Scarab, but that could also be Khepri's Sting. Was it a Scarab? Let me think. I'm inclined to say that its perk was indeed the Scarab, and its perk was indeed Harsh Truth. The Mag, I think, is that Drop Mag? No, that's Alloy Mag, and I know it has Alloy Mag, because it's meant to be like, when it's empty, it's fucking really fast when your teammates are dead with Last Stand. It's definitely a Brother Vance weapon. It doesn't... I see. The intrinsic's wrong. It does not gain a 4-round burst. It gains a 5-round burst. Vigilance Wing is one of the only pulses in the game that shoots 5 rounds instead of 3 to 4.
Yeah, that is completely correct. This one is a bit easier. Okay. Going strong, going strong.
Mask of Bakris. Okay. This one's going to be a tough one, because I only ever equipped it a few times to test out glaive skating and things like that.
And then it was removed, yeah.
Yeah, and then it was removed. The name's right, the season it's from is right, because it came out with Beyond Light. As far as I'm aware, I think it came out with Beyond Light. I know its perk thing is really fucking long, which is annoying.
Is there anything off? What's the perk
I'm
description?
I'm trying to look. It replaces your subclass dodge with a longer range, faster moving shift. That seems right, and it does partially cloak you when you use it. After shifting, you do get more damage on arc weapons, because that used to be a DPS strat. You would have Hunter's dodge and increase the damage. The last part about dealing damage to more slowed or frozen combatants seems about right, because everything that was new and Beyond Light had that fucking ability for no real reason. It wasn't really required, but it has it. I'm gonna go with that is stock. There's nothing changed about that one, unless the flavor text's been changed, but I wouldn't know.
Was Mask of Bakris? If you look close enough in that picture, it should have 2 more eyes on the left and on the right of the skull. But I photoshopped out the little purple eyes. If you go into like collections and inspect Mask of Bakris, you'll see what I mean.
Bro. What the?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me look at your image and fucking compare this real quick.
Sure.
Oh my god, you did. You've removed them from the model.
Yep.
You've just removed 2 eyes from the model. That's insane. God damn.
That's one a tricky one, right? It lures you in. It lures you in with a really lengthy description, and then it's apparently just, oh yeah, I removed 2 of the eyes.
That's rough. Holy shit.
Let's see what else I can tease your brain cells with. Back to Warlock exotics.
The bane of my existence. I get this from every GM and delete it every single time I get it because I don't want it. Okay, that's not Verity's Brow perk, because Verity's Brow was like a stacking thing. It's death throws. Is it called Insatiable? I wouldn't know. And I wouldn't even know if there's something changed on the fucking model of the exotic either. I'm just gonna say that that's stock.
You say that it's completely unchanged, and you would be correct. Exactly.
Thank God, holy shit.
Yeah, it's easy to kind of like think at an exotic that no one has used in a while that is completely unchanged and be like, has to be something wrong with it because you just haven't used it in such a long time.
Yeah.
That your brain kind of picks up on it.
I haven't seen that thing being used in so long.
Alright, next one.
Whisper. It's been a long time since I've seen Whisper. I know its perk's called White Nail. It's always been called right, I think I know what's wrong with it, because this didn't come out stock. This weapon wasn't the stock weapon that came out with the game. This weapon released during Warmind, so the icon on the top left of its little picture is Red War, so that's wrong. So it's already fake.
And you would be correct in that. Yes, it released during Warmind, not Red War. Exactly.
Yep.
Last piece to show you. This one. Don't mind the contrast in the background. I will clarify the contrast. This is an old screenshot.
Oh, it's a very old screenshot of Eternal Warrior. Okay. I've never used Eternal Warrior. Never ever. Not once. I don't think I've ever inspected its thing. So I'm currently just trying to imagine what it would do, because I know what it does. I know it came out during Warmind, that's correct. Definitely does just give you an overshield when you cast Fist of Havoc and doesn't do anything else. It does look like that, but I think if I was going to say anything, that, you know, that blue plating on the chest, I don't think that happens, because it's just a helmet exotic, right? It doesn't change your chest piece. I think it's just legit unless it's that piece of chest piece.
So this one is a tricky one, because it's not exactly wrong. It almost feels like it's wrong on Bungie's terms. If you look at the icon, you will see that the helmet in the icon is completely different from the helmet on the person, because for some reason, this is the only exotic in the game that changes its appearance, whether the feminine or masculine type are wearing the exotic. And not a lot of people know that. So it's a nice little obscure fact about this. And that wraps up this little round of questionnaire. How do you feel overall? What are your final thoughts on this?
I feel pretty good, and I think, to be honest, the game is really well made, and some of the things that catch you out are incredibly hard to get. Like, I wouldn't have got the Bakris one to save my life, not even if I looked for years. And the very first time you caught me out with the tiny icon on the actual weapon or armor piece icon, I wouldn't have got it. The only reason I got the Whisper one is because I was reminded from an earlier one where you had changed it with which one was it? It was Cloudstrike, wasn't it? Yeah,
the Cloudstrike one. Nonetheless, I think it did pretty good.
This game was really fun, and you should definitely play with other people because it's really difficult if you don't know what you're doing or don't know what you're talking about when it comes to anything that was shown.
Alright, thank you very much for participating, and
No problem.
I'll see how the rest do. Thank you.
No problem.